Good morning. It's Saturday and the day after the full moon in Cancer, and I am happy to report that I slept really good last night. Finally, I had been feeling kind of sick yesterday and was struggling to kind of get myself going. And so I kind of want to go back and talk about some things that myself and my co-reader are doing in terms of how this works. So I actually didn't write down the actual time I took to bed yesterday, but it was fairly early. I laid down maybe 3:30, and I stayed in bed the rest of the day because I was just feeling like maybe I had the flu. But I had started some new electromagnetic treatments the day before. Now, we did it on a really low dose because I'm so sensitive physically and probably spiritually. And I think that it awoke in me some kind of response, which is good. You want a response when you go do treatment. It's called a healing crisis. Now, was this a healing crisis per se? No, it's too soon to have a healing crisis in some ways. But it's a healing crisis in that my body's certainly answering to it and maybe saying, yeah, I'm really hurting right now and I have some things wrong with me. And where I really have stuff wrong with me is in my kidney function. And what's interesting is as I study medicine, and I particularly looking at some things around Chinese medicine, the kidney function just becomes absolutely critical in your overall systemic well-being, which totally makes sense. If you're not filtering and eliminating properly, and you're holding in fluids, or there's things you're not filtering out, then that's not really healthy for the body. And what I get a lot of times is anemia. And so I think yesterday, that's exactly what happened. I developed a headache. What I did, so I want you to know, there is some really quick solutions for these kinds of things. I did several things. I used a citrine ball, put it in my lap to help my body absorb the things in my sacral chakra, maybe that were acting up because I didn't feel good in my sacral. I put aromatherapy on. I used gardenia, lavender, and ylang-ylang. And so aromatherapy. And in addition to that, I put a B complex under my tongue. Now, I have a problem called pernicious anemia where I do not absorb B vitamins, and this has been really probably my whole life. So I tend to get anemic. So yesterday, I put that under my tongue. It was amazing how fast my body responded to it. It was like, oh, thank you very much. So when you get these things, it's not that difficult to correct these problems, but if you don't have a medical provider that has any understanding of these realities, it's really difficult to get what you need. And this is exactly what we do in this particular type of reading, where we're going to look at the time you take to bed to look at what we would take in terms of a remedy. And of course, we can't prescribe you anything at this point, but we can surely tell you what we would do. Or we could very cutely say the mysteries of magic of the herbal process. So we're not allowed to tell you to just go take a B12, right? How silly, right? It's such a simple truth, but I, as a medical astrologer, can't tell you that, because if I do, I could get myself into a lot of legal trouble. So I just simply avoid that kind of setup. It's all magic. We divine our answers, and and if I have to play their little game, so be it. I'll play the game. And sad as it is, and they treat us like we're stupid. Are we stupid? No, we're not. No, we all kind of know something's very, very fishy in town, and they're selling us their bill of goods. So that is one part of my little morning conversation that I wanted to have with you. And my second part of my morning conversation is, again, my co-reader and I. Yesterday we were discussing, and we decided that we are going to offer you, the viewers, a dream interpretation service. So if you wake up in the middle of the night, write down the time and the essence of your dream so you can remember what you dreamed. Contact us, and for $25, we will provide you a dream interpretation, which we did one for my co-reader. She had a dream, and we wrote down the time, and we were really able to talk about it and make it make sense in a way with the astrology that we were both surprised by. And so what I want to say is, if you want dream interpretation services, we can offer you that. Both of us will be providing this for $25, so you have a choice which reader you want. And it is no problem for either one of us, and this will come in the form of an audio for however length. It's probably going to be 5 to 10 minutes that it takes us to actually tell you what we get out of that interpretation, and some basics about what we, symbolically are seeing. So do consider having a dream interpretation from us. As I said before, and I don't mean to keep pushing money things, because we are sort of pushing that right now, and we're pushing it because our education is expensive. And her in particular, she's housebound, she's bedbound, and we fight every day through this. I read to her, we study together, we work together as a team and as a strong team. Where I am strong, she needs support. Where I am weak, she's strong. We have a way of making sure between the two of us that the work is done, and it is done with a level of efficiency and well-being for our clients that's beautiful. And we have several things now we're starting to offer. In particular, again, yesterday I pointed out the past lives reading. We also have natal reports available. That's just basically going to be a written report about your astrology. Those are $50. So there's all kinds of things I have available, but I'm fully capable, as is my co-reader Farnoosh, of providing you a comprehensive monthly medical forecast. So do consider us when you have a doctor's appointment or you're going to go get labs or your analysis. Consider us, as we very likely can help you know what's going to happen and how it's going to go. And we very much encourage our patients, as a rule, to continue having a relationship with their doctor so that we can get labs and the details for you. So with that, do keep in mind that we are very complicated energies. Not any one thing is right, but we are one whole machine as a body, meant to be a self-healing machine. We don't know enough about ourselves to really be sure. But I know this. Think about your gems. As I am sitting here, I often wear, and this is something that these kind of things are going to be going on Twiggy.com. This is an artist, an energy Reiki worker who makes this jewelry. And this here is an Atlantean stone, which I saw, and this was a Christmas gift to me. I had pointed out, oh my goodness, I want that piece. And I was planning on, when I could afford it, to buy it. And she gave it to me as a Christmas gift. So do keep in mind that we will have spiritual jewelry available on our website. It's items that I myself wear and use. And I encourage people who are diviners to consider what you have on your body, gemstones, aromatherapy. It all matters. It's all part of our upgrade that we are going into now. The many things that we will require as a modality for healing are changing. And with that, thank you so much for being here with me today. Please do hit the like, share, and subscribe. Join me on my YouTube channel. Help me grow. Leave comments. And thank you so much for joining me here.